Hello, discussion panel. The topic I'd like to discuss today is Z-listers. Yes, the famous Z-listers. Sorry, the people are famous just for being famous, who have absolutely no talent, yet seem to get mentioned in the papers every single day. It seems the media can't get enough of these people, whether they're doing up their house or just go walking down the street. Now, we've got one of these types over here, and she's more infamous than famous. Her name is Katie Price. Yes, Katie Price, aka Jordan, as she was known. Now, she's been a glamour model, and she's also done other types of modelling too. But she's predominantly known for a page 3 persona called Jordan. If you don't know page 3, Google it. It is what it is. It's from that time. It's all stopped now, but she's most famous for doing that. Well, she has not been out the news since she started doing modelling. She's always been in the news for something. But it comes to a time when we've got to stop this, I think. It seems to me that she seems to be getting away with rather a lot of stuff. And if this is a normal Joe or Sharon down from the local council estate or anywhere else, they would be jailed for what she's done. This is just the crimes. And in 2003, she escaped a speeding charge after police failed to arrest her within 12 weeks, allegedly clocking up 70 mile per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. So she's going over almost double the speed limit. In 2008, she was talking on the mobile phone while driving. She was handed 3 penalty points for that. 2009, she failed to provide the identity of the driver when it was allegedly caught speeding in a 30 mile per hour zone, and was later handed 4 penalty points after being clocked at 99 mile per hour and was handed 4 points on her licence. In 2010, she was convicted for failing to be in a proper control of a horse box, veering into another lane in February, giving another 3 points in the licence. This brought her total up to 10. In 2010, she was banned from driving 6 months after doing 83 mile per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone. And that was in her home county. In 2012, she was disqualified for failure to respond to 2 speeding tickets. I mean, it just seems pretty minor stuff at the moment, but it all adds up. She was later handed a 6-month ban for speeding after totting up another 12 points. 2018, she was photos emerged of her driving while still banned. Another one incident in 2018. She was arrested on suspicion of drink driving and spent 13 hours in custody after crashing into another car and a hedge on a gated estate. That means a gated estate, which is probably a private estate. She was also, in 2019, she was given a 3-month ban for driving while disqualified. Handed a 5-year restraining order from banning her from contacting an ex's new partner, either directly or indirectly, after she held abuse at her during an argument in a school playground. In 2019, she was banned from driving for a further 18 months for failing to inform the police who was behind the wheel during she crashed. She had a car crash in southeast London. In 2021, she crashes a BMW near her home where she lived, while after drinking and taking drugs. In 2022, she was guilty for breaking that restraining order against her ex's partner. Now, is this the type of person we should be revered to? The media forces these people onto us like they're untouchable. Why are they untouchable? The amount of crimes that she's done there, she should be in prison for. They are jailable offences. I bet they plead mental health. They plead, so it's my mental health that's made me do this. But that's wrong. I suffer from mental health. I suffer really bad sometimes. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out, get drunk and get high and drive out on the street. Especially when I can't drive, or especially if I was banned. It is not a mental health issue. Yeah, but we get to feel sorry for her. And there'd be other Z-listers who seem to get away with it. We had a guy called Stephen Bear who done revenge porn on one of his exes, and he didn't get away with it, but he thought he could. And we're going to go back to this revenge stuff. This person I talked about, Katie Price, she also has been to court for revenge porn. I think she got sued for it. But why does this happen? Why are they not in prison? Why? What have they got to do to get it? What have they got to do to get a jail sentence, a prison sentence? Have they got to kill somebody? Now, I could go on the list that this Kate Price person has done. I can talk about how she had a £45 million fortune, and she's lost all of it, supposedly. We gather she's bankrupt, and she's had many businesses that have failed. Yet the papers still throw money at her. They still throw money because they hire people like news agents. They a photography agency called Backgrid. Backgrid, and they hire them to take pictures of them so they can sell it to the media. Why does the media need to do this? Why does the media need to buy a criminal? She is a criminal. There's no way about it. She's been in the criminal court. Yeah, if it was me or you or anybody else, we'd be slung away, and they would just write so much dirt on us. It is just mind-boggling. But we carry on. She's been bankrupt. She's been bankrupt since, let me find out for you. Yep, she's classified bankrupt. Yet, she has been on... Sorry for the dead air. Should really got this sorted out. Kate is... Wow. Is that it? In 2022, she took 12 holidays. 12 holidays, and then she claimed she was working. I think we need to take a real hard look at the courts. Need to take a real hard look at ourselves. The media need to take a look at ourselves, and we ourselves need to take a look at hard. And why do we look up to people like this? Why do we continue to look to these people here? I mean, she's got people there. She's brilliant. This, she's brilliant. That. Yeah. She's bankrupt. She's officially bankrupt. Most of her business have collapsed. And what also gets it is that she uses her children to sell stuff too. She'll have a personal family image. Don't she write down an ad on that image for a company? It is all shades of wrong. It really is. And the media will buy these off of them too. I mean, she went away to Thailand this year. And who took the pictures? Backgrid. Backgrid took the pictures. And I couldn't say she was packed, because that's what they do. You hire them and they'll come out, they'll take the pictures for you, and they'll sell them on. So that you can get a bit of money and they can get a bit of money. It's PR work. Everybody knows how PR work does. But she seems to get on the news. She's been on the BBC. She's been on ITV. She's even had shows on Channel 4, where she gets her house done up for free. For free. A failed millionaire gets her house done up for free because Channel 4 are trying to make a program out of it. That is absolutely terrible. It should not happen. These people high up in these channels there need to really take a long hard look at themselves and say, what the heck are we doing? Because she isn't. It's not just her. I'm just using an example. It's all these other Z-listers. You get people being on Love Island. The Only Way Is Essex. You know, that Geordie Shore, and oh God, it goes on and on and on. The fake celebrity, famous for being stupid. Yet the press seems to treat them like they're gods. Every day they've done something. They've done this. They've done that. They've done this. It is ridiculous. And what has been happening. People used to be famous for their talent. If it was for making people laugh, if it was for acting, if it was singing, or even playing an instrument. But now, you're famous just for getting your chest out and making yourself look like a numpty on TV. Now, also, this person has had multiple plastic surgeries, absolutely multiple. She's had procedures on the chest. I'm trying to be polite here, so yes, she's had procedures on her chest. And to be frank, it looks like two Hindenburgs trying to break out of its hangar. It's not natural. I can understand if a person who was naturally big thought, you know, I need to lessen, because some people it hurts their back, or a person who had smaller and think, you know, may need a bit of body confidence for myself. But she's had all the face done. She's got what they call fox eyes. She's got a cupid lip. And she's also got what we call turkey teeth, which is the whole white veneers. And to be honest, it looks like something that Ross had when he was with the girl who had the black light. And it's just ridiculous. It really is. It's absolutely. I know. It's just. I don't know how to describe it. This type of reporting needs to be stopped. And also, she has let her child do a YouTube channel when the child is only 8. And she's put a social media presence for that child. I'm sorry, but there's so many weird people out there. And it only takes one, doesn't it? There's no way a child is ready for all that type of social media to have their own channel like that. not saying a child should be sheltered away or anything like that, but as a parent, you've got to protect your children from no matter what. And it's okay if a children's tech savvy, that's brilliant, but it still doesn't mean there's not a person who's older who's also tech savvy and also plays games. This is a horrible world, and she should be doing more to protect her children. This is what I can gather from the news. This has always been said in the news. You don't know how much. I don't know how true it is, but sorry, I was just looking at something there. But this is a big but. Without where there's smoke, there is fire. Also, this woman has had. She claims to be an animal lover. Yet, if you use Google, I'm not going to tell you, but if you use Google and type in her name, Katie Price, how many animals have died, you'd be shocked. You know, it is something else. We live in this really strange world at the moment where we seem idiots and charlatans and wannabes think this is the best way to get out of it, the best way to make a quick buck. Yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This is not the way. This is she is an abhorrent person. And that is my opinion. She may be nice. I'm not going to knock her down. But what I've read, she is an abhorrent person. And how I know she's a abhorrent person, she's also said to an ex's partner, I want your unborn baby. I wish your unborn baby to die. That's an unborn baby. She said that. I mean, come on. Somebody's got to screw the bob in here, haven't they? It's got to stop. And should we let these types of people carry on being in the media? You know, it is. We've got to look at ourselves and think: is this what we really should be writing about or commenting about? You know. But at the end of the day, the people are always going to support something, and that is true. But all we can do is try to get these people out of the news, because there's no need for them. There's no need for them to be there. There are her actions and ways she also. It's just come into my head. So when she did get the threat to prison, she said she could go. She goes, "Oh, good. Then I can make money from it when I come out by writing a book about it." This is the way she thinks. She uses her family as walking, talking billboards. And I just wish the media should just stop mentioning her. Because it is all types of wrong. Okay, so that's my theory and discussion about it. I want to know what you guys think. Are these multimedia stars, I'll use the stars in the loosest of terms, useful? Are they useful to society? Do we really need them? And if so, why do we need them? I'm just giving you my opinion, and I want you to give me yours. What do you guys think? Should the multimedia stars be given this type of platform? Well, guys, thank you very much for listening. I hope you all have a good day. And don't forget, we are doing a live stream for the coronation on the 6th, hopefully, fingers crossed. And we'll be doing a small discussion about it. Hopefully, we're going to do, is the modern monarchy relevant to today's society? We'll see what happens. You know, it'll be an interesting discussion. But as as I would say, the discussions are done in an informal but polite way, and will have no racism. There'll be no shouting or bawling at each other. It'll be done fairly. Alright, guys, look, like I said, have a good day, and I wish you all the best. You take care. Thank you very much. Bye.